Hello, Theophany here for, that's right, some Theros Beyond Death Fat Pack opening. So as a kid, I actually never got to open one of these. In all the years that I played Magic, I want to say this is the first Fat Pack I've actually opened. This particular one cost me $30 after tax and everything was said and done. And what does this one actually come with? I was surprised to find that it comes with 10 booster packs. I never actually bought my own and taken all the packs. And I also heard that they emphasize mythics and rares in these. So I'll be curious to see if this fat pack is better than a booster box when it comes to value. We're also going to get a beautiful promo of a card that has entirely underperformed for me while I played Magic the Gathering. 20 different cards. Oh boy. A special oversized dice, and we're going to get our own little box here to store our Magic cards. But without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and open this bad boy right up. Oh yeah, just like that. Alright. Jumping right on into this. What is this? Oh, that's your, don't steal this, boys. We don't need that. That's oddly disappointing, if I'm brutally honest. Kind of expecting, whatever. And these things here, you can rip them open and you get a cool artwork. We're gonna wait on doing that. Set that off to the side. Explore our extensive library of magic knowledge. And this is where you can just go to their website and just see some of the cool cards from the set. But let's be honest, guys, that's not why we're here. We're here for what's in. Get this trash out of the way. We're here for what's in this bad boy. So here's the oversized dice. Geez, I'm criminy, that is oversized. I got a pile of D20s, but I wasn't expecting one this large. It's kind of cool. It keeps your set symbol, and they do that in all the box releases like this. Definitely be keeping that out. All right, so this is. These are our reference cards. I wanted to make sure they didn't have promo things on them that you can get free stuff on Arena. I know some stuff we're gonna open up down the road does. So here's our promo. It says, whenever an opponent casts an instant sorcery spell, create a 1/2 red spider creature token with reach. It's a 3/5 for 4. I drafted this and thought it was going to be the best thing on earth. And literally everybody I played against didn't cast instant sorceries. I had a friend who did the exact same thing. I want to say this is going to be all lands. And he's like, yep, nobody cast instant sorceries. Or at least they didn't cast enough to be able to call that a bomb. Oh, that's beautiful. We're gonna get, it looks like one of every type. Some HoloLands here. This by itself, if you're like one of those, I gotta have the shinies, might make this pack worth it. We'll throw those over there so we don't lose. I'm not gonna bother opening these. These are literally just basic lands. Everybody's probably got a million of these things. That's kind of neat. The idea, if you use this for decks, maybe throw your deck in here and then throw it in here to, save on money. Not a bad idea. Just gonna slide that out of our way. But this is where the money is. I always like the arts they use. I remember one draft I did on a Friday night. We're handed 3 packs, and one guy took the time to make sure we got one of each. And as soon as I got my pack, I literally was like, hey, I'll trade this one for your dog. And I'll go to somebody else, I'll trade this one for your dog, Pat. The guy got kind of mad at me, but yeah, it is what it is. It's not like anybody knew what was in those packs. I didn't think it opened. I swear this is my virgin voyage when it comes to pack opening. Jeez, try me. Alright. So we're going to go through this. Not super quick, but not super slow. I have actually very few Theros Beyond Death cards in my collection. My goal here is to actually build a complete set with these again. I'm not so much looking for play sets, just because play sets take a long time to get 4 of everything, and to do it this way is super expensive. So that's our rare, and Ashiok's, I'm just gonna be forewarned, you guys, I'm god awful. Eraser at reading sometimes. Another bad card. And we got one of the promo lands. And it's open. So we're gonna actually slide all this up a little bit, just so you guys can see it a little better. Jump right on in. This must be murder for you guys. Watch me try to open these stupid things. This guy was actually, he overperformed for me in limited. I was like, oh, he's a 5-6 for 7, man. That's stupid. Oh, well, I mean, enchantments, when they come into play, it's, you know, a little faster. He comes out a little faster. In the beginning of this format, I underestimated how much you guys play enchantments. He is another example of underestimating just how much you're going to play enchantments in this set. Because whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 2 life. And he's a 1/4, so he blocked most of the bodies. Ooh, Staggering Insight. That was a pretty powerful card in limited. Bam! Our first... Sorry guys, I'm trying to sort as I go. Oh, that's a foil. I didn't realize that. Our first legendary card is the God for Green. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool pull. And our promo card, or however you want to call it, our shiny is Blessed of the Sun, Dexus. These cards are essentially worthless just because they've been printed into oblivion. Put that in the shiny pile, put that in the land pile. Something I am looking to do is get a place out of all these lands. They're definitely, they are definitely my favorite of all the lands in the recent sets. I have a place out of all the super old, I don't want to say alpha because I don't believe they're alpha by any means, but they're the ones that show the tap symbols on them, and I love those styles as well. So, Sentinel's Eyes is definitely an overperformer. You wouldn't think it's that great, but just the ability for the constant recursion made this card super powerful. Just moving along through the pack here. Same thing with the Warbriar's Blessing. Really good card. The fight mechanic was actually pretty good because it would kill something of my opponent every time you played it, with very rare exception. So, jumping right into the uncommons. The Chosen from Death. I actually really liked drafting this guy when I was in black because of his pay 2 to exile up to 2 target cards from an opponent's graveyard. You gain 1 life for each creature exiled this way. A, it did a nightmare to people who tried to play their cards back from the grave, but B, it gave you a bit of life gain, which made it pretty strong. This Revenant of Hoplite, he was really cool too, because when you played him, if you were in like a mono white or a very heavy white deck, you could swarm your opponent into oblivion. And this one wasn't bad. I didn't have much luck with this guy, personally, just because I felt like every time I drafted him and I got him into play, I was either steamrolling or I was just too far gone to make use of him. Nevertheless, he's not a bad rare. I'm going to try, and I know it's kind of redundant to say this because if I've done it, you're going to see it. All the cards that are, all my rares at least, I'm going to try to throw the values on the board. Wings of Hubris. I love this card. I love the idea of just giving your creatures evasion. Flying was a little more common in this set than I'd like to say it was, but yeah, what are you going to do? Omen of the Dead. The idea of being able to take any creature from your graveyard to your hand from 1 mana is a really cool idea for me. In my opinion, and again, this is my opinion, I'm just your average Magic player playing in his basement. I love this card. This is by far my favorite of all the Omens. My least favorite of the Omens was Omen of the Hunt. Even though it was really strong and limited, I just have a hard time paying 3 mana to search for a land. Yes, it scries 2 if you can sack it, but even if it's good, doesn't mean I have to like it. So you're Omen of the Forge. This isn't terrible. In this format, it's amazing because it the 2 damage for 2. But the real payoff here was the fact that you get another enchantment into play. Absolutely love that guy. If you know me, and some of you do, some of you don't, I am a huge fan of equipment. It's one of my favorite mechanics in the set, in Magic. So when Throne of Eldraine came out with the commander that's based around equipment, I was like, this is freaking awesome. And then I realized she's not that great. Yeah, I do this every time. We didn't screw ourselves too bad. So yeah. And again, the Grey Merchant of Aspendale. Really cool card. I'm not a huge fan of him. Like, when I drafted him, yes, he put in work, but I never saw an advantage of super prioritizing him unless you could constantly bring him back and trigger. And then we get the Irish Oracle of the Half-Truth. This guy was nice. He gave you really good card advantage, and that's why I liked him. And we got another beautiful swamp. I can't complain. When it said we got the lands in this pack, I was really hoping we were going to get a pile of those. And I want to say the holo version of those are like $1 something. I'm probably horribly wrong. And the non-holos are close to $1. Or shinies, whatever you want to call them. This is definitely a card that overperformed. I wasn't expecting it to do as well as it did. Same thing for like Dreadful Apathy. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a pacifism for 3 mana. I don't like that. And then I can pay another 3 to get rid of the card. Oh, that's really nice. This is good if your opponent has like a god card, because the problem with them is they have indestructible. And if you know anything about indestructible, it says they cannot be destroyed by damage or destroy effects. And this doesn't do that, it gets around it. Just continuing along here. Never really did that well for me. There are some plays that I got it to really work, but overall I wasn't a huge fan. Going into the uncommons, we have Escape Velocity. Rise to glory. This card has paid dividends for me. Like, I've done really well with this. The Birth of, again guys, I butcher names. Meletus. This is a really good card, and I think you're going to see it as a staple card for commander decks that don't have green in them but use white. Because essentially, it's a better version of, I want to say it's Rampant Growth, which is a 1 mana, 1 green, search your library for a basic land card, put the card into play tapped. This does that and more. And for that reason, that's why it's a lot better. And white struggles to ramp mana. I'm not saying it can't, but it can't even compare to green. But let's be honest, no color can. First, Iron Games. Yeah, whatever. These starter cards are really neat. Just the idea that you play them, and as they stay in play, you get all these unique effects. I have been burnt with cards like this one specifically, because you get your 1/1 human, and this says put 3+1/+1 counters to target creature you control. Well, I've done that, and then my opponent killed my creature. And so, Saga number 3 with the power 4 or greater, yeah, I kind of get whiffed. So they do have a really good shutdown possibility, but they're still a decent card. Another beautiful forest and another token. A gold token, actually. Alright. One day, guys, I will come up with a better system for opening these packs. But today is not that day. Alright. Myers Grass. Essentially, a better version of Deadweight. The only con is you are paying 1 more mana. So, pros and cons, you gotta weigh them to see which one is better for you. Lonesome Chimera. Beautiful, beautiful green card. I'm actually gonna move my mic here just for a second, so if my audio gets a lot louder, I'll try to correct it during the video. Lonesome Chimera, not a bad card. Ichthomorpheus. And some of you out here are watching, like, he butchers some of the smallest words, and then that one he gets, I read that word a lot. Inevitable M. I remember watching a lot of YouTubers being like, this card is crap. Man, sometimes it's amazing, other times it's not. Just forcing your opponent to choose what card they have to sack is actually huge, because they got to decide whether or not do they give up 3 creatures to keep his creature in play for 3 more turns, or do they just bite the bullet and sack the creature. And where this set's not huge on like super broken cards being in play, I mean there's a few of them, don't get me wrong, this I found to be actually pretty effective. Sage of Mystery. Hello, Mill. Oh, wait. Yeah. Hello, Mill. I hate versing Mill decks. They give me nightmares. Ooh, the Chain Web Arachne. Arachnar. Whatever. Really good card. For a 1-drop, because the biggest thing for 1-drops is you got to find a way to make them relevant in the late game. And this guy has an awesome way to be relevant. First of all, it deals damage equal to its power to a creature with flying. Which, if you're not versing a flying deck, that's garbage. But this set had so many flyers in it, and usually it didn't do anything unless you escaped it. When you escape this card and it comes into play with 3 counters on it, it deals 4 damage to any flying creature. That's a lot. It kills most. Underworld Breach. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. I didn't have much luck with this. I tried drafting it. It just didn't work. I'm not saying it's a bad card. I bet you could do some really cool build-arounds for it, but overall, it did not work. And now we've got the Tentacle. So the whole rumor about these being mythic heavy, I'm really not seeing it. We've only gotten 1 mythic so far, which I'll be curious to see. Sorry, guys, I bumped my camera. These things kill me. If nothing else, you guys get some pretty good entertainment of watching me struggle bust some of these packs. What in the baloney? Alright, we're coming back to that one. It's probably full of mythics now. There we go. I will not be defeated by a booster pack. Chimera's Blessing is a really strong card, and for some reason I always felt myself never picking it, even though I'd fill my deck with enchantment creatures. Just the ability to give something indestructible is really nice. The Hateful Eidolon. I would love to do a build around for something like this. I really enjoy the mechanic that whenever a creature with an aura card dies, you draw a card. She really helps remove the 2-for-1 mechanic that comes with enchantments. Ooh. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. He's a nice card. I don't know what he's worth right now. I'll try to post it on the video right now, the video screen. But I know he's worth something. And he is stupid. For a 2-drop, he comes into play and you have to sacrifice him, because if you don't escape him, he just dies. But when he comes into the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who does not discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. So he comes into play. If your opponent has cards in their hand, which they probably do where he's only a 2-drop, they are forced to A, discard a card, and then B, they also lose another 3 life if they don't discard a non-land. He is really strong, and he is mythic number 2. Beautiful planes and a token. Alright. I got it. Boys, I got it. And ladies. Those of you that are out here. Alright. Omen of the Dead. We're going to keep skimming through our uncommons. Sorry, our commons pretty quickly here, just because we've already looked at a lot of them. This card I thought was trash. Like, the idea, if it didn't have the discard a card on it, I think it'd be a lot stronger. Definitely seen this guy pop off. It was not late in the set until I realized just how powerful this card is. Like, it just blew me away how strong that was. And we get a beautiful Temple of Enlightenment. Enters the battlefield tap. When it does, you scry 1. Not super strong, but you're going to see it in a lot of the mainstream decks just because it is a land with a bonus. And where the meta is so slow right now, it's not the end of the world for lands to come and play tap. I gotta find a better way to open these. Everyone else that watching on YouTube doesn't have this much trouble. Never really was able to build a sacrifice deck that was effective. I mean, he's decent if somebody like Mire grasped something of yours to where it had 0 power and it was useless at that point, but I don't know. Thrill of Possibility returning from Throne of Eldraine. And I want to say it was before that as well, but I don't remember. It's a beautiful Chimera, Ichthyomorpheus, Aspect of the Manticore. This has killed a few of my creatures. It's probably the nice way to put it. Acolyte of Affliction. Pretty sweet card. Pretty interesting how you can work with him. The idea of filling your graveyard and then returning your card back. Permanent card, too. Something to keep in mind. Never was able to use this. I would love to see what it would do in a mono green deck. Storm's Wrath. Does 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. It is a really bad version of a board wipe. That being said, it does wipe the board. Alright, guys. We are jumping right into pack numero uno. Or the last one, I guess. Yeah, right. Let's see if we can get another Mythic. We've had some pretty decent cards, pretty decent pulls. I am curious to see if it's better pulls than like a booster pack. Cling to Dust. Not a great card. Is what it is, though. The Binding of the Titans, though, is pretty nice. It's a pretty nice uncommon. The Warren of the Channeled. Warren of the Chained, I'm sorry. Can't attack unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. Really strong in the right setups. So if you had this and then you went into the Phoenix that taps for... No, because you couldn't do that. The Phoenix would have to be in play already. Yeah, there's some sure combos to make her useful, but that is a really big drawback. If she was a 2-drop, then she'd be amazing. But where she's not, oh, that's a pretty nice pull. I'm not even going to try. It says, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may have this card become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability. This is huge. Because if your opponent has a really big creature, you can play this on it. And it's super nice. Yeah, another really good shiny, but what are you going to do about it? Put that in the shiny pile. Land. So that's, I guess, going to be all for this pack. Is it worth $30 for this? I mean, you are getting 10 booster packs. So that's something to keep in mind. At $30, you usually spend about $3 a booster pack if you're buying them individually, unless you're going to like Walmart, then you spend like four something. That being said, we did get 2 pretty nice Mythic pulls. I want to say he's above $10. I have no idea what she is. I know she's above $1. So let's just say 5 and 10. We're looking at a $15 pull. And I don't think too much more of this has any value to it. It might. I'll try to post them on the videos. I want to say he does, even though I don't like him. But I'll try to post the values as I go through it. Honestly, if you don't have the $100 to drop on a booster box and you're looking to buy mass packs, I think this is the way to go. The idea that you only have to spend essentially $3 a pack, you get a free promo, some shiny lands, a box carrier. I definitely think it's worth buying your first. But without any further ado, guys, this is Theophany signing off.